not joking when I say that I have hundreds of gigs of CC on my desktop right now. It's becoming a problem. What I end up doing is I find a creator, falling in love with one or two things that they've done, and that ends up leading onto an hours-long rabbit hole deep dive into every single piece of CC that I can find, downloading it, and then popping it in a folder. I don't immediately put custom content into my game, at least CAS custom content. I prefer to look at its quality first and see if it's actually something that I think is going to fit into my game or not, and then I put it into my game. Well, that's not entirely true. I also go through and change the categories and clean it up in Sims 4 Studio, and then it goes into my game. So this is a whole process, and it takes a long time, and sometimes it's just easier to download a ton of custom content and not really think too hard about it and just leave it on my desktop for a couple of years. So today I've grabbed a couple of folders from a few different creators, and I want to browse through it and see if I can decide if I actually want to keep it in my game or not, if it's going to fit my style. So right now I've got 3 Sims. These are all Sims from previous challenges. Quick intro, Allegra was a 2nd gen matriarch of a 100 baby challenge I tried to do and utterly failed, but I absolutely love her. She is incredibly cute. And then the next 2 are from a Greek god challenge I did. This was Hera. The challenge I did, I actually ended up rewriting a lot of it. I think her gen was supposed to be Zeus, but I ended up naming her Hera instead and going with a woman. But she's got to be one of the most adorable Sims I've ever had just happen naturally, genetically in my game. And then I have Uranus over here, who was also an heir in that challenge. He was the son of Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, if you've ever seen him, is a whole thing, and poor Uranus ended up being basically a clone of the Grim Reaper. So I did do a lot of editing on him, but he was incredibly evil. As you can see, there's a lot happening over here. That was such a fun challenge to play. But here we go. First, I think I want to look at some skin details. Today, I pulled out Praline Sims, and I'll link all of these creators' Patreons below. Praline releases all of their stuff without early access, I think. At least from what I can tell on the page, it seems like everything's immediately available. And they do a lot of skin details, which is my thing. I love a good skin detail. So I want to just browse through these real quick. And I have used some of Praline's stuff in the past, just not all of it. And this is really interesting. So this is a body skin. I wonder if it clashes with body blush. But that does give a lot of definition. I might keep that around. Do I need more freckles in my life? No, but I'll keep literally every single one of them. Some stuff I see and I just know I would never use it. If I even have an inkling that maybe I could think of a scenario at some point where I would use something, I'll keep it. Praline has a lot of blood Halloween details. They would have been so good for this particular Sim. He was a vampire. He was out doing all kinds of things he shouldn't have. Anything that's an actual color skin, I'm probably not going to keep. I don't like having to match up skin colors for my Sims. It's very tedious. It takes a long time. So in general, I don't keep actual skins with colors in my game. So I'll probably get rid of all of these, but there are some overlays. They're definitely like a very particular style, and there's a lot of shading on some of them. I don't use a ton of alpha skins. I tend to use Maxis Match skins with more alpha details on top. So I'm not sure really that any of these are going to fit my aesthetic, honestly. I think I have tried her skins in the past and I've just ended up not keeping them. Yeah, like these kinds of overlays with the coloration, I usually don't end up using those very often. I think they can look really good. I think my style just does not work very well with them. So let me just find one that I want to pop on her real quick, because I do want to make like a full look at the end of this. I'll probably keep them in the game for a little while just to see if I do use them. Oh, here's one. This is Peach Blossom, which is fairly neutral. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then there's about 5,000 under eye bags. These are really good. I have used them at some point in the past, but I don't really use them as much anymore. They don't tend to have overlays. Tends to mean I'm not going to use them very much, because if I have to choose a color, I'm just going to get annoyed. I understand why these have colors, because they're under eye bags, but still. Here is some nose contour. I love a nose contour. Definitely going to be popping that in. A little chin cleft. Oh, that's a good one too. It's nice and subtle. The one I have right now is a lot more pronounced, so I really like that. Oh, and then we've got a series of dimples. Oh, those are great. I don't know that with her face type she would have dimples, but we might be giving them to her regardless. And then we have some more blood details. These are so incredible. I can think of a lot of uses for those. Oh, there's also some great contours. I am always here for a new contour. It's one of those subtle things that you can do that just changes a face so much. And highlights. Some of them like this, I just don't even understand like who is using this and how are they using it. I need to see an example because I do not understand what to do with this. Or like this, I need to see examples. I need to see how people have used this and made it look good and not like you just ran face first into a bag of glitter or something. Because I know that's not what it's supposed to look like. But on my Sims, that is absolutely how it ends up looking. Okay, I think that is all of the skin details. So let me see if they also have anything in the tattoo category real quick. Oh, how did I not know that they had a little eye flicks thing? I absolutely love this kind of stuff. Oh, I should have never found this out. It's just one more to add to my collection. Well, that is definitely sticking around. There's also a gloss that they have over here in skin details. So I guess you could just make their lips always be shiny. That could be useful. More eye flecks. Oh my gosh, this is the last thing I should have discovered. So many options. These are like pupil changes, basically just changing the shape and color and intensity of the pupil, which is very interesting. I could see that being fun to use in like an occult playthrough. The hearts are adorable. This is such a cute face glitter. Oh, and it has reflections too. That's so awesome. Yes, I will absolutely be using that at some point. Don't know for what, but definitely for something. Oh, these little crosses that you can put on their eyebrow. They're not really eyebrow piercings. I don't even know what they are, but that's very cool. I'm gonna give him one of those. All right, I think we've been through everything. So let's look just really quickly over here in makeup. There's some of this kind of crazy stuff from their Halloween collection. They really do have a lot of very stylistic Halloween details that you can use. Anyway, there's also normal blushes and then a bunch of lips, both normal and kind of crazy. Oh, right. And then I have like 5,000 different contacts. I'm not even joking. There are so many contacts from Praline. I don't even know if this is all of them. There's everything from fairly normal eyes to heterochromatic eyes. These are kind of like a cataract sort of eye. Yeah, these will take me some time to go through and check out. I do need way more contacts in my game. These are so cool with the little star in them. Very anime K-pop. His generation's color was dark blue, so maybe I'll pop some dark blues on there. There are also just a lot of great eyeliners, and they don't look like they're clipping anything. I have so many issues with eyeliners clipping with literally everything. It's like an overwhelming amount of choice with the number of eyes that Praline has. This is just browns. I love it when creators do a just brown eyes collection. Brown eyes can be so varied. Honestly, she's starting to look kind of evil. I'm not sure why that's happening. Next, I'm going to move on to hairs. I actually just realized that the creator I'm looking at for hair does not have any male hair. So you're just going to have a buzz cut from Praline. So the hairs I'm looking at today are from Simplicity. I've had a lot of her hairs in my game for a couple of years. I've noticed recently especially that I've started gravitating towards using her hairs. So I wanted to go back and look at what else she has available. I like using hairs from the same creator on one sim because you can usually just go through and say, okay, that's her hair color. And now when I click on all the rest of Simplicity's hairs, it's going to stay that color instead of needing to go back through and find it again. Most of what I've used from them in the past has been these curly hairs because there are just not very many curly alpha hairs. This is definitely one of my favorites. And then some locks, really pretty locks. So yeah, I haven't had as many of their like straight hairs, but I'm using this one on one one of the 100 baby kids right now and really liking it. So I just kind of wanted to come through and look at what else they had. I like that she keeps a good bit of texture in a lot of her hairs. Like this one, it's just very wavy and not just straight. Oh, and I love these that have the hair accessory. There should be an accessory over here. Yeah, here it is in hats. So you can change the pattern of the headpiece. And several of these hairs do have ombre options. So you just come over here into the accessories category and then select what color you want for the ombre. I think Simpliciati is also one of the creators that has the color wheel capability for her hairs. I don't personally use that. That's a little bit too much choice for me, but I think they do have that for a lot of their newer hairs. I don't know about this one. It kind of looks like a JPEG of a curly hair. Yeah, the shape of that one's kind of odd. Curly hair in alpha format is so difficult. Like there's a reason that not very many people have attempted it. So I definitely appreciate the creators that have. Oh, that's really cute. Just back in a ponytail. Yeah, they have so many good curly hairs. There's some in here that I had never seen before, so I'm excited to get those into my game. Oh, wow. Wow, it's like an actual mullet. That is incredible. We're keeping this. Ooh, this teal is gorgeous. I think this is going to be our final look. Yeah, I think I like most of her hairs. There's only a couple that I don't think I would ever use, so I'm interested to implement these in my game. Oh, I think Praline might have had eyebrows available. Yes. Oh, wow. Maybe too many eyebrows. I'm not sure what I'm doing with Allegra over here. A punk rocker or something. I love these eyebrows with the little slashes through them. Oh, these are glitter eyebrows. Ooh. Okay, clothes. Now, the creator that I picked up for clothes is Mila Smith. I don't think I mentioned this, but Simpliciati is also an early access creator. I want to say that their early access is like a month or so, but their stuff comes out after a couple of weeks. And then Mila Smith, they do basically the same thing. So they do kind of some wilder looks. And sometimes I just want to pull this stuff into my game, not because I think I'll use it, but because I just want to see what it looks like this, for instance, which actually does not look half bad. Yeah, they definitely have some very interesting pieces. Pieces I would keep in my game, but then I know I would never use. This one is kind of glitching out a bit in a couple of places. Let me try it on Hera real quick and see if it still does that. Oh, it kind of does it worse on her. So I just made Hera a normal body shape and it's still kind of doing some odd things because, you know, not all clothes are made to be used with sliders. I absolutely get that. Even tight sliders. So I wanted to give it a fair shot, but yeah, even the normal body type is definitely tearing. And I don't tend to keep clothes that tear like that just because they end up being frustrating, even if they are super cute, because I won't ever use it if it's tearing. Oh my goodness, what even is this? A bodysuit of gold bars. Some of the stuff just cracks me up. Oh, this is super cute. I mean, it's glitching with the hair, which is, you know, to be expected, but look at how cute that is. I would wear that. That looks so comfortable. Anything see-through, I'm also probably not going to keep in my game. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. I love this. Again, I don't know when I would ever use this on any sim. Don't care. It's staying in my game. This is incredible. And then they also have some more normal kind of outfits like these. Ignore this clipping. I just have a mod that makes them stand differently in CAS, so it does some weird things. That's another thing though. I'm not a fan of CAS items that only have one swatch. Like while this is really cool, it just feels like a wasted space when there's only one swatch of it, or even like this one where there's only two. Like it's pretty, but I know I probably have something similar to this by a different creator in more than just two swatches, you know? Oh, this is so cute, but I am not going to keep actual English words or English brands in my game. I have a couple of luxury brand creators that I keep the stuff of. I mean, Mila Smith is an example, so like this is obviously very branded, but I'm probably going to keep it in my game just because it's a very cool piece. If at all possible, I just prefer having Simlish. I don't know. I play a weird mix of Maxis Match and Alpha, and there's just certain things I'm okay with having in my game, and there's just certain things that I'm not. Also, not a fan of jeans that look real. I much prefer Maxis Match looking jeans. I'm not saying that my style makes sense, but it is what it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's settle on something. Maybe something like this. I mean, or we could go wild. Oh, that's actually adorable. Yeah, maybe we'll go with this. Maybe she'll be a bit of a rocker. Now, I'm not sure. I think that Mila Smith makes, yes, so they do make some shoes. However, I think a lot of them use sliders, so I'm not going to be able to keep the majority of them. Yeah, so you can see what's happening with her foot and the floor down here. Oh, these work. They're cute. They have these little balls that make up the heel. Yeah, maybe we'll go with some blue ones. And let's see if there are any accessories we could maybe use. Oh, there's lots of little jacket accessories. I do love these. Maybe we'll go with this little jacket moment for a second. See if there's anything else interesting. No, I'm not really seeing any other accessories. Let me look up here in hats. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Simplicity also has these little fringe accessories. Oh, they're not going to work because I have this jacket on. They have these little fringe accessories so that if you have a hair that doesn't have a fringe, you can kind of add one, and it can also be in a different color than you have as your main one. So yeah, very, very cool. Actually, a lot of her hairs have accessories, whether it's like a bow or a clip or hats and things like that, which I really like. Praline actually has some lip piercings. Oh, that might be cool. I really need these for my game right now. I have almost no accessories like this. I don't know what happened. I feel like I used to have a lot and at some point they just disappeared. There's also a lot of glasses. Oh wow, not the colored glasses. I don't know what I'm turning this girl into, but it's fabulous, whatever it is. I think that is Allegra basically done. I do want to try to put an outfit together for Uranus. Pop into the outfits first. Oh my goodness. This is the most fabulous thing I've ever seen in my life. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Love it so much. Not just the colors, but the way it fits as well. I do really like this outfit, but I don't like it when they pose arms like this. It's good for screenshots, but then it's not great for actually playing with it. So unfortunately, I probably won't keep that. Oh no, there's even a version for guys. I think there might be a version for kids too, but I'm not looking at kids today. Oh yeah, this is a very well-made men's outfit. It is so rare to find CC creators that can and will make good men's CC. And here's the men's matching suit for the dress with the gold bars. That is something I have never seen before and I love it. Yeah, all of this is great. I'm gonna be keeping most of the outfits. Let me look at just the tops real quick. Ooh, that's really interesting. Everything that I'm looking at so far for the most part seems to be very good quality. Like I'm not seeing a ton of rips. I mean, there's been some here and there, but it's not like some creators I'll put into the game and it's like every single piece is a nightmare mess. But most of their stuff right now is looking really well made. Some of it looks like it's probably made for the HD mod too. I'm not entirely certain if they create content for HD mod. I don't use that. There's some really unique pieces in here too. Like, what is this? When are you ever going to use something like this? Like, I genuinely though, I need to know. Like, I'm sure there's an occasion. There is some branded stuff, but the stuff that's branded seems to have enough swatches of non-branded things that I may keep it. Also, this is just a really well-made shirt. I just really like the shirt, okay? Sometimes we have to compromise. This is such an interesting piece. It has this little skeleton hand that's actually 3D, and then some of these shirts are kind of ripped, and then you've got this half jacket over here. A very interesting piece. Oh, this is like a t-shirt where he started taking it off. Some of these pieces are just so incredibly unique. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Oh, I love these see-through shirts. That's such an interesting piece, and I would absolutely use it, like for beach looks. Oh, this one's cute too with the turtles and the birds and the palm trees. Oh, the skull pineapples. Okay, that's got to be it. All right, we've got skull pineapples on top. So what are we going to put on the bottom? Yeah, let's just match it up. We'll go with those. Oh, they do have some men's shoes. Yeah, sure. Maybe these. We'll just go with yellow because this is a yellow kind of sim apparently. And then accessories. There's this choker that comes in some interesting variations. Maybe that one. All right, I went through and just made a few finishing touches with the skin details. I don't have any of my normal stuff in, so I can't add as much definition as I normally would. But yeah, I like how they turned out. I think I'm definitely going to be keeping the majority of what I looked at today. There's obviously some stuff in Praline, like the skin tones that I'm not going to keep. and some Mila Smith pieces that had a few too many English words or brands on them that I know I won't use. And then maybe a couple of textures on the hairs that I won't keep. But in general, I think this was a pretty successful, I don't know, shop my CAS Closet experience. I mean, the work is not done. Next, I get to go through and get rid of all the pieces that I don't want to keep. And then I have to clean all of those files and make sure they're in the right categories and all of that nonsense before my brain will let me put them into the game to be part of the rest of my CAS CC. But for now, I'm happy with how they turned out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little dip into a couple of different creators that you may or may not be familiar with. I think I want to keep doing this for the creators that I have that I just need to look through all of their CAS. I keep thinking that there's certain categories in CAS that I'm like, oh, I don't have any piercings. I would sure like some piercings. And like, I know I probably have 2 gigs of piercings just sitting on my desktop, but I have to actually get around to organizing them. So yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing this again. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.